Hi everyone. In this tutorial we're going to just take a look at the Smart Notebook software, which is kind of a presentation software like PowerPoint. So you can launch that up, and as you can see it sort of looks like most other presentation softwares. We've got our slides on the right hand side. I can create a new slide just by tapping over here. What I can do is I can add text if I want to, I can add content, I can add boxes and pictures just like any other software. I can even draw if I want to. Woohoo! And see, that retains in my slide here. What's cool about this is it's actually built for the smart podiums and smart boards, so there's interactive tools in here which you can take advantage of that you can't take advantage of on a computer, say. So easiest example is just these measurement tools. So there's a ruler. I can, oops, I'm still drawing. I can extend that out if I want. I can make it bigger, smaller. I can switch, it looks like, metric and imperial. There's another option, one of these things. I don't even know what this is called. I'm sorry, a protractor. Yes, maybe a protractor. And with this, you can actually make it bigger and smaller. And you can even, if you grab in here, see the icon change, you can rotate it. So there's a whole bunch of all these little interactive tools in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my next slide, and there's another useful tool, which is a shade, just like there is in the just regular board tools. So if I want to do some math, let's say we'll go 230 plus 15. That's a pretty easy answer. And what I can do as the instructor is I can have the answer to this already pre-populated. So that's 245 is the answer. But then what I can do is I can actually insert a shading right here. So there's my shade. And when I go to present, which uses this button right here, I can navigate through my slides. Here's my first slide where I drew all this stuff, and of course I can interact with it as I'm presenting. When I go to this next slide, I've got the shade in place, so everything's hidden, and I can reveal it just so. Say, all right, 230 plus 15 is, you can call on your students to ask what that is. If they get it right, if they get it wrong, you can give them feedback, but then you can reveal the answer this way, which is pretty powerful, I think. Now along with, I'm just going to add another slide here. Along with those tools, you can of course add pictures. There's a whole bunch of clip art in here for geography and everything. Smart boards and smart podiums are usually used in K-12 education, so a lot of the content is geared towards that level. There's not that much content for higher education, but there's a lot of good stuff in here. Smart book files, yep. Oh, yeah, it's like fun stuff. Interactive multimedia has some really neat things in there. So just here's an example of an abacus. So this is fully interactive. So if I go back to my presentation, I've got my abacus here, and I can actually tap on these somehow. There we go. And it's actually numbering things for me. I don't even remember how to use an abacus anymore, but so these are completely interactive, which is really great. Another really cool thing about this is the Smart Exchange. Now what the Smart Exchange is, with all of these tools that exist, what you can do is you can take the content that you've created, the presentations you've created, and you can share them. And so the Smart Exchange is the place where all of those shared resources exist, all of those shared notebook files exist. So I'll just click on Smart Exchange here. And it just comes up. Here's all the resources. You can select by grade. As I said, there's not that many post-secondary ones, but let's say grade 8, for example. And oh, whack-a-mole, here we go. So you can just click to download it. What you'll need to do first is just register right here, and that'll download a file, and then all you do is just go back into your Smart Notebook software, open it up like you would a file that you've created, just like in PowerPoint or something like that. And yeah, it's pre-made content, which is really, really good to use, I think. So the Smart Notebook software is on the computers that we have in the classrooms. If you want to download it yourself, you just go to, I would just go to Google and just Google Smart Notebook. And that's the first link. The fully featured version is not free, of course, so you'll have to maybe talk to your supervisor about purchasing it, or IS. But there's a 30-day free trial, so if you want to create all your content, all you need to do is just bring it on a thumb drive to those classrooms enabled with the software, and you're set to go. So here it is, so you can just download here. Ooh, there it looks like there's a Notebook Express. Huh, cool. So that's Smart Notebook. Feel free to explore. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.